My brother stalked and assaulted my girlfriend. At a wedding, my parents defended him. Now he's in prison for domestic violence. The second Victoria, 25F, my girlfriend walked in. Samuel instantly started behaving inappropriately, making her deeply uncomfortable with his totally inappropriate actions. He practically pushed our mom out of the way to be the first to hug Victoria, holding on way too long until she had to physically step back. Throughout dinner, he kept finding excuses to touch her arm or shoulder, telling these fake inside jokes that made no sense since they'd just met, and literally shoving past me multiple times to sit next to her until he completely crossed the line by trying to feed her from his own fork while making intense eye contact. Victoria was obviously uncomfortable but kept being polite since it was our first family gathering, and she wanted to make a good impression. The whole evening, Samuel kept bringing up embarrassing stories about me from childhood, twisting them to make me look like a pathetic fool. He told this completely fabricated story about how he had to save my high school girlfriend from my alleged emotional abuse, which never happened. Victoria knew these stories weren't true because I'd already told her about my teenage years, but my parents just sat there nodding along like Samuel was telling gospel truth. After dinner, things got even worse. Victoria offered to help clean up, trying to be helpful. I was helping my dad move some boxes in the garage when I realized I hadn't seen Victoria for a while. I found her in the kitchen with Samuel literally blocking her path to the door. He had her cornered by the sink and was telling her how she deserved someone more exciting than his boring, unstable older brother. He was standing way too close and had his hand on the counter next to her hip. Victoria had already told him to back off twice by the time I walked in. When she saw me, she looked relieved and immediately came to stand by me. Samuel just laughed it off like it was all some big joke, but I could feel Victoria trembling. My girlfriend Victoria and I have been together for 8 months, and everything was absolutely perfect, until Samuel decided to completely wreck our lives with his obsessive behavior. I guess I need to provide some background about our family dynamic for this to make sense. Samuel and I grew up in an upper-middle-class family in a small town in Minnesota. Our parents both work in real estate and make good money, but they've always been more focused on maintaining appearances than actual family relationships. Samuel was born when I was 3, and from the moment he arrived, he became the center of our parents' universe. Nothing he did was ever wrong, and somehow everything was always my fault. Growing up, Samuel showed some really concerning behavior that my parents completely ignored. When he was 6, he deliberately broke my gaming console because I wouldn't let him play when he wanted to. Instead of punishing him, my parents bought him his own and told me I should have shared better. When he was 12, he killed my pet hamster by feeding it chocolate, knowing it was toxic. But my parents said it was an accident and that I shouldn't have kept pets if I wasn't going to watch them properly. In high school, he spread rumors about me cheating on my girlfriend at the time, which caused us to break up. My parents said he was just being protective of her. This pattern has continued into our adult years. Samuel still lives at home with our parents, working at my dad's real estate office and basically doing whatever he wants. He's sabotaged every relationship I've tried to have. With my last girlfriend before Victoria, he convinced her family that I had a gambling addiction. Completely false. Before that, he told another girlfriend that I had cheated on all my previous girlfriends. Also false. Each time, my parents either defended his actions or accused me of exaggerating. When I met Victoria, I decided to do things differently. I kept our